Now we have if else if statements. So this is also similar to if statement, but we can give multiple conditions. So if a condition is met, then that conditions if block will be executed. Then we have else if. We can give another condition. If this condition is not true, it will check this condition, and if it is true, then it will execute that block. Then if both of these conditions are not true, then it will execute the else statement. So multiple levels of else if is possible. Like if one condition is not met, you can check another condition. Again, you can write one more else if and write another condition and check it. Similarly, you can have multiple conditions, and if any of these conditions are met, that will be executed. If not met, the last else block will be executed. We will see this program in action to understand the concept of if statements. So here you can see this one also, flowchart also. So it will test the condition. If it is true, it will execute that condition's body. If it is false, it will test the next expression, and then if it is true, it will execute that body. Else it will again go to the condition check. If there are multiple, like if else statements coming up, this will go on like this. So if it is the final else if condition we are checking, if it is not true, then it will go to the else statement. Then we have one more type of if statement, which is called nested if. So nested if is actually simple concept. If we are having a condition and it is coming true, and then inside that if block we are checking for another condition, and if that is true, we are executing the block of statements. That kind of if statements are called nested if statement. So I will give you an example. If I am comparing two values, a greater than b, then only we need to execute this. So inside that I am again comparing if a greater than c, then only you have to execute this statement. Which means, like, if a is greater than b, then only this control will get into this if block. Then from there it will check for a greater than c. Then only it will go to this block and execute the values. If this is true, then it will execute this block. If this condition becomes false, if there are any other statement inside this block, it will execute that. If both these conditions are not true, then it will go to the end of this block. So that is why we use if else ladder. Hope you understood that. Maybe I can give you a simple example. I have 5 as A, and I have 3 as B, and I have 4 as C. So 5 greater than 3 is true, so it comes to this statement. Then checking 5 greater than C, C is 4, 5 greater than 4, that is also true. Then it will print A. If I am writing print here, print A, just writing print, not looking at the syntax and all, just to make you understand. So if I am writing print A here, then it will print A, that is 5. But if it is not in the case, like B is 6, if B is 6, 5 greater than 6 is false. So this will not enter at all in this block. So it will execute the coming statements after that. Suppose if B is 6, not 6, B is 3 and C is 6. Then what happens? 5 greater than 3 is true. Then it will enter the block. Then it will check for 5 greater than 6. It's false. So this if statement will be skipped. And if there are any statement outside that, that will be executed. Similarly, we can use switch statement if I want to have a condition checking. If I have lot of condition to check, then I can use switch. So it's an alternative to if else if. Suppose if I have a variable, and if variables can be anything, right? So if those variable is matching to any of the constants on the switch, then it will actually execute that case. So switch will be like, if switch, we will have a variable or expression over here. If it is the case 1 or case match is there, if that case is true, then it will execute that statement. or set of that statements and go to the end block. If that is not, first condition is not met, then we are checking second condition. If it is true, it will go to the second set of statements and it will execute and go to the end of switch. But there are like 10 conditions and 1 and 2 are not met. So if it is like third one is met, then it will go to the statement number 3 and execute that. Like that, it will execute which condition is actually met, that will be true, and then that part will be executed. If none of the conditions are true, we have a default statement and switch will execute the default statement. So how we can see this? We can see it in action in a program, then only you will get more idea of switch. So let's see every one of those concepts in action. Let's go to our demo session. So in order to help you understand the concept of if statements, I have a program over here with if statements. Suppose I have to print like a month corresponding to the month number. So January is first month, February is second month. So if a user is inputting the value of a month, that is 5, it means May, then that should be printed. So this is the program which will actually show the month name according to the month number, and this is using the concept of if else if. So you can see over here I have all the important parts of the program ready. Then I am declaring the value to get the number of the month, that is n. Then I am printing month number, then I am asking for the month number n. So you know that if n equal to 1, it means it's January, so you have to get the output January. If n equal to 2, you have to get February. So here you can see how beautifully I have used the concept of if else. So if n equal to 1, then print January. Else if, this is the syntax, else if n equal to 2, so the condition is true, check n equal to 2. If that is met, then print February. Similarly, up to 12th month, I have this if else block. And last is else part, because I don't have any more condition to check. Just check if the number is not equal to any one of these 1 to 12, then it means like user had given an invalid month number. Only the right input is 1 to 12, right? If any number is coming outside that, there is no month associated with it. So we have to print a default statement called else cout invalid month number and please try again. So that's the message we will be printing. So we will be just putting else at the last because there is no further condition to check, and then we will be ending the program. So we can see this program in action. To that, I will be clearing my console at first and then I will be executing the program. So what is the command for compiling the program? It is G++ space, what is the program name, right? File name, if statement cpp.cpp, that's my file name. I am compiling it. No errors. If there are any errors, there will be like lot of messages coming in between, but my program is correct, so there are no errors. Now I can execute the program ./a.out. See, it's asking me for the month number, so let me give the 10 as the month number, enter. So it's October, right? So that's a right value we have got, because what happened, n was 10, so it checked here, it is not true, so it checked the next condition, it is not true. Similarly, it went down and checked the condition number 10, right? That is n equal to 10. So there is a match, so it executed the statement on that block only. All other block it didn't execute. So hope you have understood this. So now we can move to the, like, one more time I will execute this program and see if I am executing, if I am giving any number outside of the 12, what will happen. So that's one, right? So we can execute it dot slash a dot out, enter. I will be giving the month number 14, invalid month number, please try again, right? So it is showing the right output. So now let's move to the switch statement.